Welcome to SantosBrosEat, food worth mentioning.
Where Chef Jeff and his brother Kenny talk about their amazing adventures eating and tasting food that is so incredible, they have got to just share it with the world.
My mouth is salivating already.
All right, so this is Kenny Santos out of Toronto, Canada for SantosBrosEat. I'm with my brother Chef Jeff Santos. And you know, if this is your first time here, welcome. And if you're returning, then welcome back. But we do want to say is that if it's your first time here, this is a podcast all about where me and my brother, we talk about food that's worth talking about or food worth mentioning. And whether we find the food really, really good or whether we just kind of find it interesting to talk about. It might not be good or it might be kind of strange. We love to talk about it. Most of the time we talk about food that we love to eat. And so, Jeff, what are we going to talk about this week?
So we've been spending a lot of time in Scarborough because that's where we grew up, and of course street eats. And we actually belong to a Scarborough food group in Facebook. But I'm living in Etobicoke now, and a couple of articles caught my eye about food in Etobicoke. So I decided to venture out and try some of the great food that Etobicoke has.
Nice.
So one of them is burgers. And the other one is a combination of tacos and pizzas. So yeah.
What an awesome combo. Like tacos and pizza. I mean, that sounds like the perfect place, especially if you have kids that love tacos and pizza. They don't even have to decide, you know, this like, let's go here, right? And then they can get both or one or the other. So cool. And so you actually shared an article with me regarding some of our favorite burgers, or what was it? The best burgers in Etobicoke? Was that what it was?
Best burgers in Etobicoke. And again, from our friends from Blogto. And this article is only 6 months old, so it's pretty recent. Yeah. So there we go.
Top 5 burgers in Etobicoke from Blogto, and they go from Apache. Apache, that's near Kipling Station. That is a super, super famous place. Yeah. And I actually, I've eaten there many times. I do like that location,
or is there one in Scarborough?
No, I've been to the Kipling location.
Okay.
I don't know if there's another one.
Okay.
So I've been there. There's Woody's Burgers. There's I've never been there. Or Plan B. It sounds so familiar. Yeah. Oh, I almost ate there with Dylan one time because of the South African fare. Yeah, we ended up having Greek instead. Okay. But we almost ate there. There's Magoo's. And then where you went, OBQ Burgers.
OBQ. Yeah. And just for those people that don't know, OBQ means obsessed by quality. Nice. Yeah, I thought it'd be a nice play on words. So, that what means, obsessed by quality. And that's their storefront there.
I didn't even know that was a live link. I was just kind of clicking on it and it just kind of opened up there. So that's kind of neat. Yeah.
There we go. So old home style cooking. It's again, support local. And in both cases, I called ahead. And I picked up, I'm not a big fan of the third party, either where you order in or have them delivered. More money goes to their to the people and not for delivery.
Gotta ask you here is because I was looking around at the website, but if you click on pick up and delivery, it goes straight to skip the dishes.
I know, that's the weird part. I think it's because that they help them make the website themselves, if I had to guess.
So if you want to keep the third party out, did you just call
I called ahead.
There you go. You just call and do a pickup.
That's their number.
You know what? If they're the ones that are cooking the food, and if you're not even using Skip the Dishes or Uber Eats or DoorDash, then they don't need to get paid. Obviously, I feel like instead of the rideshare companies getting paid, if you're calling them directly, if you're doing the pickup, why not have the restaurant get paid?
Yeah. Exactly right. More money for them.
So should I pull up the menu here?
Pull up the menu there.
There we go.
So when I look at the menu, they actually have the menu in 3 sections. So they have, of course, there's create your own burger. And then under each of those sections, they have a combo, which of course is the standard fries or sides and a drink. But the first section is classic burgers. So if you just want something, that's not too extravagant. And they have their own sort of burgers. So the OBQ burger, Great Canadian with female bacon and so forth. It was fun. I like the one. Just go just up a bit or down a bit. Yeah, it's one more. It's called the Hick Burger. Yeah, there it is.
Hick Burger. Yeah. Okay. Country style medley of cheddar, bacon, jalapenos, fried onions, and hickory barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
For one thing I'm noticing about these burgers, a lot of like places that make gourmet burgers, you're going to find that the burger's going to be between, 10, 12, $15. And this one's looking like on the lower end of like kind of like the
Yeah.
$9 or $10. I'm going to get some 12.50,
Does it say the actual size of the burger patty? Because we've had 6s and 8s, haven't we? But I don't think, from what I
There's four and
see.
sixes.
Okay,
There's fours and
so
sixes.
that's probably what it is. So
Yeah.
their patties are on the small side, so that's probably where they're a
Yeah.
bit more affordable than the
It's
other
funny we say
places.
four is a small one, but that's a full quarter pound.
Yeah.
It's still a sizable burger. So that's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Exactly right. So then, of course, we come to their specialty burgers. So the Nacho Libre,
Nice.
the Halo, the Philly burger, and then of course it goes to the combo. And I think there's one more section. The OMG burgers. So the oh my god. So this is what under the decadent or indulgent burgers.
Oh, nice. So they got the Tower of Cheese burger. I do like the name. 3 4-ounce patty. So we're talking about 3/4 of a pound, topped with cheddar, white cheddar, and Swiss. The Cali Love Burger, 2 6-ounce patties. That's again 3/4 of a pound. That's 12 ounces.
With chicken strips,
My goodness, with chicken, blue cheese, guacamole, lettuce. It sounds like an awesome burger. The Halo Deluxe. It doesn't say how big this one is, but it's the Halo Burger with white cheddar, Swiss cheese, smoked bacon, pea meal. Wow, fried onions, barbecue sauce, and what is that?
Gabagoo.
Gabagoo.
It's their sort of specialty sauce. It's like I believe just like how McDonald's has their secret sauce, is basically a Thousand Island dressing. I think this is a take on it. I think it's more like an aioli than anything else. Yeah.
Nice. And I like this. The meat eater, before without even looking what's in it, you know that it's going to be a good one. But this is 2 4-ounce patties, 4 slices of bacon, 2 pieces of so that's like 6 slices of bacon total. You got 4 of the regular kind of sliced bacon, and then 2 of the pea mayo. Still get some hickory barbecue and garlic mayo. Pretty cool. And then you could also take those OMG burgers and put them into a combo. Oh, and they even have no burger stuff. They have kind of like the steak on a bun, kind of like a Philly steak sandwich, seems like.
That's right.
And then fish and chips.
Fish in a bun, some chicken stuff. So yeah.
Pretty
so it's what menu?
Oh, and they also have poutines. Wow.
They do.
Nice.
They do.
Nice. So different. Wow, a lot of different types of poutine.
Oh, and they have specialty fries too. I think they have Greek fries or there's the
Zeus fries, right?
Yeah, so that's their Greek fries sort of thing.
Yeah, very cool.
Arriba
fries. So cheddar sour cream sauce. I like that. I think I'd like those Arriba fries. So more of like almost like fry supreme at like a Taco Bell sort of thing. Cheddar sour cream sauce and guac. Awesome.
That's it.
So, and then there's all these sorts of sides. You can get sweet potato fries. They all come with all these beverages, milkshakes, and you could even have some San Pellegrino if you want. So that's kind of
why not? Yeah, got to be healthy in those.
So, what did you end up eating there, Jeff?
So we had a varied menu. So just go up to their classic, not classic, but their OBQ burgers. Just a bit more, up more or down more. No, next section. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, up more. Yeah. So we didn't have the combo, but we had the Nacho Libre burger. So if you read it, it's tortilla chips, cheddar cheese, salsa, guacamole, sour cream, jalapenos, and chipotle mayo. So it's basically like hence the name Nacho Libre. It's like nachos in a burger form.
Gotcha.
So they were, and of course, as always, Diane and I don't like spicy. This is for Diane and myself. So we had no jalapenos, and we just had regular mayo instead of the chipotle mayo.
Gotcha.
Good burger. The only thing is, because I ordered a bit early and we didn't eat until about a half hour after I brought it home, the tortilla chips became on the soggy side. Like at first,
were they in the burger?
They were in the burger. So if you look at the picture, if you scroll down or scroll up to the actual picture of it, up. Right there.
There it is. Yeah,
that's it there. So it looks like they're using Tostito chips, the sort of scoopable kind.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Yeah.
Yeah. So they have the burger. They put those on top, the chips, and then they layer it with all the other ingredients on there. So
absolutely.
I think this is one of the burgers where if you want it, eat it as soon as you get it if you can. We're still in lockdown pandemic, so you can't eat inside. You do takeout. So that way you get the full maximum range of the crust, the crispiness of those nacho chips.
It's a handsome looking burger. Let's talk about it. I see the bun. How, let's break it down. Is the bun good or is it the patty? Let's talk. You said that the chips got soggy, but that's not their fault.
No, yeah. At first we thought they forgot the chips, and then we realized, oh, that's what happened. The chips got a bit soggy. So yeah, it's one of those things. But yeah, because there's a lot of liquid stuff in there. There's the guac, there's the salsa, there's the sour cream. It does become a very messy burger. And what I like about these burgers, they actually use shredded cheese and not like sliced cheese. So it's a bit more, it melts faster
Nice.
when you get down to the burger itself.
Nice.
The buns, I think they're just regular hamburger buns.
Okay.
Nothing fresh baked about them, just regular hamburger buns. But yeah, not a bad. It was, to be honest, both burgers that we got, they're a bit dry. That's what we found about the burgers.
Hold on. Was the meat dry?
The meat was dry.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
That is a problem.
The meat was dry.
Now, do you think it's because it took a while before you ate them? Or like, do you want to give them a second chance maybe? Or what are your thoughts? Like,
yeah,
maybe.
I think I will. But yeah,
Absolutely.
we found it a bit dry, but we will give them a second chance for that.
Yeah, certainly. Yeah, give them a second chance. Let me just check one thing here, Jeff.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Just making sure. I was making sure that we're recording still. So I'll just.
No, I see it there.
Yeah. So hold on. Let me just put it back here. So share. All right. And so, what was the other burger that you got? I'm guessing.
Next one is right below it, the Halo Burger. Now this picture doesn't do justice really. So when Ken gets the pictures that we took, that Diana took, you'll see how it is. But yeah, basically it's a mountain of cheese that surrounds the burger. And yeah, there we go.
There, I'm trying to zoom in on it there, but you know what? We will put up the pictures.
Yeah.
Should we just do it now, Jeff? Or?
Let's do it now. So the pictures, yeah.
All right. So first is this is your Nacho Libre, right?
That's Nacho Libre.
Yeah. So you know what? I can see why you'd think that the chips were forgotten because you can't really see them. They probably got softened up and mixed in with all the sauces in there.
Yeah.
It looks like a wet, gooey burger, but you even said it was still dry. So
yeah,
that is curious to know.
Actually, you can tell right away. You can even see the burger on the side there. It is a bit dry.
Yeah. Okay.
Unfortunately.
All right. Fair enough.
So yeah, that's the Nacho Libre burger. Guac, salsa, sour cream, and underneath there are some tortilla chips. So yeah, that's it.
Okay. And then here's the Halo Burger.
Right? Yeah. So look at that. So that's the Halo Burger. And I'm trying to comprehend how they actually cooked it. So I'm guessing they did the burger first, of course, make sure it's well cooked, and then they just piled cheese on top of it, and they would cover it with a special cover that allows it to cook evenly, sort of like steaming. And that's what you get. The cheese starts melting more, and the bottom gets nice and crusty. So
those of you that aren't watching this on video, let me explain what Jeff's talking about here. It looks like that they put extra cheese on this burger, and they almost heated or put it on the cooktop until and heat it, melted it up and keep on melting it and cooking it until it got crispy, almost like a cracker.
Yeah. So think of it like a sunny side up egg. Yeah. But the egg yolk is the burger, and the egg white is cheese.
Yeah, and that's honestly, the best thing to do is just if it's hard to picture it, the best thing to do is either go on their website and look at it, or look at our video version. Like, come and see the video here, because it looks like something that you'd want to try. Like, I bet you show this to a kid, they're like, oh, look at all that cheese, and it looks like fun to eat. Yeah. Was this one dry as well, like the patty? It
was a bit dry, and as you can tell, if you look in the container, it is greasy, but that's just because of the cheese. Like how much time they took the melted cheese and get that down.
It almost looks like this bun is a little bit more toasted than the other one. The other one didn't look.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, it does look that way.
Why don't we give these burgers a rating?
So again, they were a bit dry, but we will give them a second chance. So the Nacho Libre was Diana's.
Oops, sorry.
Oh, actually, that's a good picture of the Halo Burger. So you actually see how much cheese surrounds the burger.
Yeah. Looks like you got some poutine too. So
yes.
Once again, I interrupted your rating process. So go ahead.
No. So I'm gonna give the Nacho Libre. I give it 7.5.
Wow.
Again, it was dry, but very generous with the other toppings. It was a messy burger. It is one of their specialty burgers. But I'm going to give the Halo Burger an 8. Again,
Wow.
yeah, I like a lot of cheese, and I like this concept of, it was a challenge to eat, because again, like Ken said, if you're just listening to us and you can't see the video, the pictures, that's a good like inch and a half of cheese that surrounds the burger, and this is flat cheese, like crispy flat cheese. So
Yeah.
it was a challenge to eat.
Hence the name. It's called the Halo Burgers because there's like a halo of cheese surrounding the
Yes,
burger.
exactly
And so
right.
kind of a cool, I've never seen a burger like that. Kind of a cool concept.
Yeah.
Reminds me of, when they make Parmesan cheese chips on like cooking shows. That's
Yeah.
what it reminds me of.
Exactly right.
So, when they just kind of bake that in the oven for however long. So but it's like a giant one. But I'm guessing this wasn't Parm. It's probably made with cheddar. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the other ingredients is cheddar and white cheddar.
There you go.
And maybe it's mozzarella, just because mozzarella is more stringier and allows it to melt more evenly.
Nice.
So if I had to guess, that's what they added to this one.
And
Again, I give this one 8 out of 10.
wow.
All the extra cheese on it, and everything else.
And then it looks like you had some poutine.
Yes.
Looks
so
like they were very generous with the cheese curds.
Oh yeah, they were. So if you go back on their menu, they do offer poutine, but they classify this as Quebec Poutine because I'm guessing that the other poutines just have like a regular cheese, whereas the Quebec Poutine actually has the cheese curds. And these were good cheese curds. They are actually squeaky, as we mentioned before in our poutine episode. There it is. Yeah.
Did I go too far? Oh, here they are.
No, there you are.
Yep.
Yeah. So spicy poutine has white cheddar. OBQ Poutine has there's the Quebec Poutine with cheese curds. Yeah, so the regular poutine just has white cheddar on it.
Yeah. So is the Quebec Poutine, that's the only one with the actual curds, it sounds?
I believe so.
Gotcha. So that's the authentic with the squeaky cheese or the cheese curds. Pretty cool.
I couldn't tell if the French fries were fresh cut fries, only because they tasted a bit frozen and the way they were, but they were. I think I think they were frozen because I know they do this at McDonald's. They take the fries. They'll sort of have them ready. If you go to McDonald's and watch them cook, they have like empty the fries in a basket and have like a layer like a tower of French fry baskets hanging on the wall. And I guess they're just getting room temperature, so when they put in the deep fried fryer, they cooks faster, a bit more faster. Because if you shock them with cold fries, it takes longer for them to cook, for the hot oil to come to temperature.
Yeah, just looking at it, it doesn't look like that these were fresh cut fries. These do look like they were frozen, but you know what? Very generous with the cheese curd. Tell us about the gravy. Was it a good gravy, Jeff?
It was a good gravy. Yeah,
nice.
It wasn't the best gravy. Like it was nothing compares to the Quebec Poutine, but I think it was a good poutine overall. Like the gravy was good, and authentic cheese curds. I give this an 8.
Wow.
Yeah, for the poutine. Yeah,
nice. Seems like a pretty generous portion. Yeah,
it was. Yeah. Overall, we had some gravy, so we did help up with the dryness of the burgers. But overall, it was a good lunch, and I think this was during National Burger Day.
So there might have been that. Maybe they were off on the cooking a little bit because they had so many orders.
Yeah.
How do I say this? Is that in a time like this, when there's so many burger places and there's so many burger places offering unique burgers or OMG burgers or special indulgent burgers or original styles, it is hard to, find a place that, they gave you kind of like a dry burger. So it's tough to give them a second chance because there's so many other places that we want to try.
Exactly.
And so to kind of go back, just because I haven't even tried it, but there's so many other places that I want to try now that I don't know like how long it'll be before I get to try this place.
No, exactly.
That's how I feel about this. And it could be awesome. OBQ, obsessed by quality. They do have some pretty cool burgers on their menu that I would want to try. But then again, if we were just talking about the, all Etobicoke's best burger. There's 5 on the list here, from Apache that I've tried to Woody's to Plan B. And then there's so many, Blogto has so many burgers, the best burger in Toronto sort of thing. Yeah. It's difficult. It's difficult to make space, but at least you tried it the one time and you'll probably go there again. We just don't know how soon.
Oh, no, exactly right. On this article on 5 burger places, but there's a lot more in Etobicoke. These are the ones that Blogto are the best in Etobicoke.
Absolutely. It doesn't surprise me that Apache is number one. They do come with a really, really big reputation.
Okay.
So they're a place that, but I kind of equate them, like to like one of those greasy spoon burgers, kind of like how John Anderson, remember Burgers, or like a typical
and Papoose.
Yeah, Papoose, that place.
Yeah.
So Apache, it's been a while since I've been there. I don't know if they have anything that's special because they have banquet burgers and stuff like that. But almost every place has something that's like it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And so, but I am eager to try other places, the Woodies, Plan B and Magoo's. But yeah, so that was the OBQ.
Yes, it was.
And then you went to a place that we mentioned earlier that serves pizza and tacos.
Yeah.
And again, awesome
it's
combination.
Another article from Blogto, and actually today is June 4th, and this article came out 2 days ago, so June 1st, June 2nd, and it's one of those things like we have Blogto on our Facebook and in our email, so we just quickly glance at stuff, and then this one just popped up because it had a combination of pizza and tacos together, and Diane and I and I think when we're staying away from the the chain pizzerias, so we're trying to find more local pizzas because they have more love, more authentic pizzas than you would in a chain per se. So we saw this article right away. Actually, Diana was one that saw it first and really actually read into it. But if you scroll down, what really caught her eye was that so there's the pizza, how they make it. And scroll down a bit more. So look at that. So right here. So So they're Korean tacos. Like Diana's big fan of tacos, and we love Korean meat.
Before we talk about it, let's explain to people because if they're not watching the video, like what is this picture of that we're looking at?
Sorry, yes, the picture of. So we had past pictures of the chef George making pizzas, but now we are focusing on the tacos themselves. And the picture we see is their Korean taco order. It's 3 tacos, and they're all lined up together with a generous portion of Korean bulgogi style beef. And we mentioned before in our Korean episode, bulgogi is a sort of a sweet beef. Beef that's been marinated in a sweet Korean mixture that's usually quickly fried and served with rice or noodles. And in this taco as well, they have kimchi. And what caught our eye was that both the bulgogi meat and the kimchi is from Al Minerva, which we mentioned before in our Korean episode. And one of the
let me interrupt. So,
yes.
That Korean episode, for those of you that want to listen to that, because we did review and make a whole podcast all about Owl of Minerva, that is season 1, episode 10. Episode 10, and we talk about a whole bunch of Korean stuff. We talk about Choco, Owl of Minerva, and Korean fried chicken. So have a peek at that. Yeah. And so carry on, Jeff. I just wanted to say that. Mm-hmm.
So it's like I said, the beef and the kimchi come from Owl Minerva because one of the partners, James Lee, his family actually owns Owl of Minerva. So he took upon himself, and I guess he approached the other partners and said, you know what, I have an idea for a taco, but why reinvent the wheel? We'll just get the ingredients that we need from my family, Owl of Minerva, and because they have a name in Toronto, it'll bring people in, and it certainly caught the interest of myself and Diana. So
gotcha.
And what I like to is the chips.
Let me interrupt here. So what they're called Korean tacos. Is it just kind of like the name he made up, or are these what tacos are like in Korea?
I don't think there are tacos in Korea.
That's what I was wondering. Yeah, I didn't think so. Yeah, so this is more like of a fusion sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly
gotcha.
Right.
Okay, yeah. And so you're mentioning the chips. They look like they were fried on the spot.
Exactly right. Yeah. They weren't, like you would get at OBQ, like a bag of Tostitos or whatever. These look like authentic. They took the corn tortillas, cut them into quarters because they were big chips, and they just deep fried them and added to your order.
Very nice. Always tastes better when they're fried on spot on location.
So like it says there, it's the Korean tacos were served with kimchi, but I wouldn't say that I'm a big fan of kimchi. I will eat it, but I won't go out of my way to have it. So I actually ordered the kimchi on the side because A, for that reason, and B, I wanted to taste the actual bulgogi meat by itself, without being without anything additional added to it. And
Nice.
I think we made the right choice on that front.
Tell us, since we talked about the tacos and the chips, why don't we give those a rating?
Yeah. Oh, the tacos, I'm gonna give those like a 9.
Wow.
Yeah, because we were lucky because I picked it up about quarter, like 10 to 12, and we started eating about. I got home, we started eating about 5 after 12.
15 minutes.
Yeah,
Nice.
and I was actually waiting for these tacos, so I know they came fresh from the kitchen, and so yeah, 15
Are the
waits.
tacos hard?
Um, I know they are tortilla, like they're actually corn tortilla tortillas.
Yeah, they look like it.
And I think it's just maybe they do a quick deep fry or a quick thing on the griddle top. They fill it and they serve it, because when you bit into it, it did have a crunch to it, but they were still soft.
They
So
look
that could be
crunchy.
because I think that the juice from the meat sort of softened it up, but there was a definite crunch to it.
Yeah, they look crunchy, but they also look like fresh crunchy. They don't look
Yes.
like it was
Yeah.
from what's that company if you just kind of buy them at the grocery store?
Oh, I know. Not Taco Bell, the other
El
one.
Paso, is that what it is?
That's one of them.
Oh, that's
but yeah,
one
the
of
big
them.
chain. That
Yeah,
big,
so it's not like that. It's
No.
more quote unquote authentic. Although,
Yes.
how do you call a Korean taco authentic, right? Because
well,
it is authentic,
an authentic tortilla.
yes, yeah, definitely
tortilla
an
that they
authentic
use.
tortilla. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so that's so cool. You give the tacos a 9. What do you give those
Yeah.
chips?
The chips were a bit stale. So,
Wow.
but that's a restaurant thing where, when you have some time, or if the kami or the sous chef is not busy or whatever, or even the dishwasher, you have them just take tortillas, cut them, they give them a quick flash fry. So they're just par cooked, and they put into a bag or a box or a bin. And then every time you have an order, you just grab some, reheat them. They
Yeah.
were a bit stale.
That's too bad. That's actually very disappointing for me to hear, because I was excited to hear about them.
Yeah.
So,
But you know what? When you're, because they actually will are the kitchen for a bar that's called I forgot the name of the bar is. But when you're drinking and you think, oh, fresh nachos, perfect. You don't care about them. They'll
That's
put
true.
some salsa, some other stuff on them, and they're still good. So that's it.
you want to give the chips a rating, even though they're stale? What would you rate
I
them?
give it 6.
6.
Yeah.
Wow.
6.
Wow.
Yeah.
So let's have a peek at their website here. Here is their website.
Yeah.
Let's look at their menu here.
Menu's
Because
good. Yeah.
you
So they have wings, tacos, and pizza. That's like at a bar when you're watching the game. For me, or wrestling or whatever, that's the foods I'm going to go to if I'm watching a sporting event.
So those are the pizzas. Which tacos did you end up getting?
Right there, the Korean tacos. So like 4 down.
Oh,
Yeah.
there it is.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Oh yeah, because now I'm understanding this more. I thought the whole place was Korean tacos. That's only one
No,
type.
sorry.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. There we go. Okay. Nice. Okay, so they have other types. They have the al pastor tacos, which is some roasted pork. The birria, which is stuffed with melted cheese and beef. Oh my gosh, these names are so hard. Gobernador.
That's a tequila as well. So
Oh, it's a
that's one of my
tequila.
favorites.
So that's a shrimp taco, and then the tacos de pollo, which is the chicken. So very nice.
Actually, the birria was part of their article. I think it's South American.
Okay.
Yeah, go look at the article. Scroll down.
These are the burritos.
There it is. Although,
no, you can.
it's goat meat.
Goat. Yeah, that's kind of
Yeah.
neat. Wow.
No, it's not. But if you read it, so although it's usually made from goat meat, theirs is made with beef
Ah, okay.
and marinated. But what is the origin of burrito? Maybe it is Spanish that uses goat. But
Perhaps they even have burgers. This
Yeah.
place has burgers too. Wow.
so, like I said,
Wow.
actually, if you scroll all the way to the top of the article, you will see the bar that they're having. Right there. So they actually are the kitchen for this bar. So when we open back up, we're in Ontario, still locked down. So they order. Yeah, this is their main bread and butter. Sorry for the pun. Is the bar. They're the
Gotcha.
kitchen for this bar, and then they also do takeout or delivery.
Yeah, so it's called Bar 1216, according
Thank
to the
you.
article. Bar
Yeah.
1216, yeah, right here. So we got the tacos, which got a 9, the
Hmm.
chips, which got a 6. What else did you eat there, Jeff?
So
Actually,
if
should
we
we
go back to
pull
the
up
menu,
okay, yeah, we could do that. Where,
yeah,
so that'll be over
there
here.
it is
There's
right
the
there.
menu. Yep.
Yeah. So scroll down to the bottom of the menu, next page. There, we got the pizza.
Okay.
And we got the, I can't pronounce
How are
this.
you?
How are you? My God, I don't know why I can't pronounce it. How are you? It's basically like if you know, heard the podcast, I think both of us and Diana are big Hawaiian pizza fans. And, you know, when I get pizza, I usually get a Hawaiian, and I got the How are you pizza. Just a 10-inch because we had tacos. But what I like about this place is when I order Hawaiian pizza, I prefer bacon, and Diana likes ham. This place has ham and bacon.
Yeah.
So both of us were very satisfied and very happy that they had these two meats as their main topping, along with the pineapple.
Certainly, certainly. And so it's the Hawaiian pizza. They also have, they have the plain Jane, which is
Hmm.
just cheese, I suppose. Yeah,
Yeah,
cheese. Peppa,
I love
Peppa the
I
pizza.
love the pizza list. Yeah, so I don't know if it's as in pepperoni or as in Peppa the pig,
Oh,
but you
well, it
know,
could be either one. It's both pork products, right?
it
That's just the
is
pepperoni. The how are
exactly
you?
right.
Let's vegetize. So that's a veggie
Hmm.
pizza. And shake hand with meat,
Yeah,
which is the meat lovers.
yeah, and then the bottom is a classic margarita pizza, basil,
Yeah,
bocconcini, or mozzarella. So yeah,
very good.
um, the pizza. It was. I give this like a 9.
That's a
The
high.
beautiful crust,
That's
you
high, yeah.
know. Yeah, you could tell it may have been like maybe frozen or store bought, but it was or maybe prepared ahead of time. But it was nice, fresh crust, rolled out nice and thin, and had a chewiness to it, you
Okay.
know, And the sauce was good. A bit, maybe a ton on the sweet side, which I like. Or maybe it was just the pineapple juice on the sauce. But yeah, this pizza
All
was
right.
good.
Sounds good. Wow, you gave it a 9, right? So
Yeah, I did.
that is like that for a pizza. It's hard to
Mhm.
that, and it's just. I mean, there's nothing. I mean, it's special because it was made with good quality. But we're
Yeah,
talking all it has was smoked ham, bacon, and pineapple, and of
yeah.
course cheese and sauce and stuff.
And you know, they say like less is more. Like keep it simple. You know,
Yeah.
that's the
So
thing.
I'm going to point out something here that we didn't
Yeah,
mention before. And I don't know if I've ever told you this, Jeff, but I have a soft spot for pizza that does not have red sauce. Did you know that?
I didn't actually. So you look
Yeah.
at
So
the Alfredo sauce?
if it's an Alfredo or like a, I used to have, there's a chain called Papa Murphy's. Have you heard of that place, Jeff?
No. Is it here in
There's
Canada?
no, it's
Okay.
Papa John. There's Papa John's,
All
and then
right.
there's a place called Papa Murphy's that's probably either all over the states or maybe just on the west side. But they're a take and bake place. So you take the
Mm,
pizza and you bake it at home.
okay.
Pretty cool concept. And even if you want, you can bring in your pizza stone, and they'll put the pizza on there for you, so you can bring it home and then bake it that
Wow.
way.
That's a good concept. Wow.
Very cool concept, and they were good in terms of coming out with a low carb crust, because a lot of the major pizzerias, the low carb crust would burn inside those big ovens. But if you're
Yeah.
using like a residential home oven, to
Yeah.
make that thin crust was simple. That's something that they could do.
Right, right.
And they had this white sauce that I would love, and
Okay.
I don't always get to eat it, when I'm in Canada.
Right.
But the reason why I'm bringing this up, because there's a pizza on this menu that has a white sauce. It's called the Pizza A La Carbonara. And it's a homemade
Oh,
Alfredo sauce topped with
nice.
bacon and mozzarella cheese. And if I was going to have a pizza there, that's the one that
Yeah.
I would try, just because
I would join you with that one. Yeah.
yeah.
I actually I like spaghetti meatballs, but if I have an Alfredo as well, ooh, I'll choose that as well sometimes. Just the richness of the sauce.
Tough thing about an Alfredo is that it's such a basic meal. It's kind of like ordering mac and cheese. It's just like, it's like adult mac and cheese,
Yeah.
Alfredo sauce. But that's the pizza that I would try. It's called the Pizza a la Carbonara. I'm just looking at it at the menu right now. You guys can
Okay.
see it on the video right here. So yeah, they make their own Alfredo sauce. Not hard to do. And then
No.
bacon and mozzarella cheese. That's one of those things where less is more, because
Yeah.
it's just, oh man, I can't. Would love to try that one. And so,
Oh
it
yeah.
even comes now. The pizza comes with dips. Whether you want a creamy garlic dip or a blue cheese
Hmm.
or a ranch. Those are $1 each.
Yeah.
And so you had the pizza, you had the chips and you also had the tacos.
Yeah.
So why don't we look at the picture, shall we?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So let's start off. Here's
So,
the
yeah.
pizza.
So there's a full meal. So yeah, the pizza, you can't miss the pizza. It's on the right. It's a good 10-inch pizza. So a very generous portion. And then to the left of it is the 3 tacos with the chips. And like I said, we have the kimchi on the side. And then, of course, some fresh cut limes to get some lime juice out of there. I think I mentioned this before. Diana's not a big fan of onions or cilantro, which these tacos came with. So I also had those on the side as well. But again, it was a good thing because that way we could actually taste the bulgogi meat as is first before we added anything else to it. Now, I must warn you, if you're going to order from Rikos, the 2 salsas that they offer are very hot. One thing I learned, and I think you probably know this better than I do, Ken, is that if the salsa's green, it's usually hotter, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I should have specified nothing hot.
Oh, hold on a second. No. The green, there's actually, if there's 3, there's 3. There's a mild red, a medium green, and then a hotter red. Okay. So that's kind of like the order if you go to a typical, salsa place. Okay. So just to think about. So.
Well, what I found was the green one was the hotter one. I don't know why.
There you go.
So that was one of the things.
Yeah.
So good thing we had the salsa. We actually had some salsa in our fridge, so we used that salsa for ourselves for the chips.
Yeah.
But yeah. So and there's a better picture of it from there.
Is this the kimchi here?
That's the kimchi there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Healthy
like
portion.
I said, I'm not a big fan of kimchi. Like I won't go on my way to have it, but if there's some available, I will eat it. And this kimchi is really good. Like it's al Minerva, so it had that just right amount of heat, the right amount of acidity to it. It was a good kimchi, I must say.
Yeah, and here's a closer look at the tacos and the chips with the kimchi. And just like we said before, they look like they're hard, but they also look like they're fresh tacos.
Yeah.
So
fresh tortillas.
Cool. Yeah, fresh tortillas. Yeah.
That's it. So yeah, so those are the tacos and chips.
Place looks like it's so much fun.
It does.
Yeah, and so looking forward to trying this place. And here's a picture with Jeff.
Yeah.
And look, you come home with that. If your kids love pizza and tacos, I mean, you're like Superman. So that's cool.
Right. That's awesome.
And here's a sandwich board. It looks like it's right outside for Rico's Kitchen. It says, this is in chalk, "You had me at tacos."
Yeah.
So awesome. Awesome. This looks like a fun place.
It does.
They both do. But
and actually behind that I should take a picture. Behind that, the sandwich board is a patio. So yeah, it's a big patio too. Big patio.
This week was just a fun episode that we got to talk about. Of course, who doesn't like talking about awesome burgers at OBQ? Right. And then, Burgers and Poutine. You guys had some specialty burgers I haven't heard of before. One burger with chips in it, the other burger with a halo of cheese. And then Rico's Kitchen. And I hope we're saying this correctly because it might be called Rikos. So
yeah, the Rikos or Rikos.
Oh my God, the whole time. The whole time we're calling it Rikos, and it might be the wrong name, so apologize. But it's a place that we want to visit, and on my list of when I go there is I'm probably going to get that carbonara pizza because I do love white sauce on a pizza. Want to try their different tacos, probably the Korean, if not maybe the shrimp one. Who knows?
Yeah.
It's hard to decide. Cool. It was an awesome week. Definitely, we got to talk about food worth mentioning. Now, before I let my brother sign us off, I'm going to invite you to do something super easy for us. If you're getting value from this podcast, whether you like our food recommendation or you just find it entertaining and you love hearing, some food lovers talk about some awesome food, then we invite you to do something really easy. We invite you to like, subscribe, share, or comment, and also leave us a review wherever you see this. It's a super easy way and a simple way for you to support our podcast and to do so for free. Right, Jeff?
That is right. And again, if you have a place that you recommend to us try, also put in the comments or DM us on Instagram or wherever that you could reach us. And until next time, remember this quote from Julia Child: "People who love to eat are the best people."
And that, of course, includes my brother, Chef Jeff Santos. And I'm his brother, Kenny Santos. And you as well, if you love to eat food worth mentioning. All right, thanks a lot, everybody.
All right, take care. You've been listening to Santos Brothers Eat.
food worth mentioning.